everybody.
Here just in case.
Welcome to a pretty special interview. Look, we have here cast and crew of the much anticipated Fifth Passenger. Start off, you guys all want to just please introduce yourself and your part in the film?
Sure. My name is Morgan. My name is Morgan Lariah, and I'm the co-writer, producer, and actress in the film.
Star. How about Hana? You want to go next?
Hi, I'm Hana Hatae. I play Nurse Yagi in the film Fifth Passenger.
And you're also known for another role. Want to tell people about that?
Yes, I'm also known for Molly O'Brien in Star Trek Next Generation and Star Trek Deep Space Nine.
There we go. I have to plug that one. Scott?
Hey, Scott Baker, and co-writer, director, co-producer of Fifth Passenger.
There we go. Ryan?
Hello, my name is Ryan T. Husk, co-producer, and I got to act in this glorious film as well.
Yes, your character was, I have it written down here.
Roger Blain.
Roger Blain, that's what it says right there. You're right. And lastly but not least, we have...
I'm David Lim, and I'm an actor and passenger, and I play Lee.
All right, and cool. Introductions are on, and we are moving ahead because I really want to get into this. Now, besides yourselves, though, you have really a hell of a cast. You want to tell us about some of the rest of your cast?
We have Timm Russ from Star Trek Voyager, Manu Intiraymi also from Star Trek Voyager, Marina Sirtis from Next Generation, and Armin Shimmerman from Star Trek Deep Space Nine, and Doug Jones from pretty much everything. Pan and Pan's Labyrinth, Abe Sapien and Hellboy. He was the Silver Surfer in the Fantastic Four movie. That's our name cast, and then we've got a whole bunch of other awesome actors and actresses in the film as well.
What I want to skip to next is just jump straight into your newly released trailer for people to see, and then they can be excited about the rest of the interview to come. It's a really great trailer. So
yeah.
Play it right there.
This is Lieutenant Eve Miller. I only have 14 hours of air left. I may be the sole survivor from UGS 98.
How did you get on that pod? That was a priority craft for essential personnel.
Well, these pods were designed to sustain 4 lives. We have a 5th passenger.
Look, I don't see anything.
Stay back! All of you. That man is not coming inside.
I'm not in here alone.
All right, I love that. I can't wait. Now, Fifth Passenger is a project that's been in the works for a while. I know I've been following it myself for a year and a half or more, very eagerly. Can one of you, I don't know whom would like to pick up this question, or all of you jump in different places, but how long a trip it's been getting this together, the whole process of putting this film together and creating the story?
Well, it started with Scott, so he should probably answer that question.
Okay, Scott?
To begin with.
Yeah. So, I think it was 2012, I think, came up with the initial idea for the film, and started just writing a couple scenes. I didn't know where to go as far as if it was going to be a short film or a feature, so I just started writing some scenes out and brought it to a filmmaker group and did like a table read of those scenes. And I met Morgan at that group, and she really seemed to fit like the lead character that I was writing. So I pitched the project to her, and She was excited about it, and so she came on to not only, to act in it when it was completed, but to help write it and produce it as, in order to get it made. And then from there, it was a lot of time writing and getting other people attached to the project. It was a sort of just like a gradual, snowball effect. Every time we added one person or one element to the project, something else came along with that. Met Manu through a shoot that I was doing Steadicam on, and he brought along a couple of his other Star Trek friends, and that gave us a lot of momentum, and we shot a proof of concept trailer and put that online and got a lot of people really, really excited about that, and that's really kind of what slingshotted us forward, because once you have something that people can see what you're doing, it's a lot easier for them to get behind you and get excited about it. And
hello, Scott? Did we lose Scott? I think we lost Scott. Oh, he's gone. Okay, we lost Scott for a while, so we cut, but we're back in. He's taking a comfy ride. And my next question
he found a spot under the handicap zone.
That's great. Next question then, man. Start with Ryan here, and then after that, no particular order, but what was the whole experience of making the film Fifth Passenger? What's it been like for you?
I liked it.
Moving on. Okay.
Well, the whole experience from beginning to where we are now, it was a lot of fun. I mean, it was great. I wasn't in it from the very beginning, whatever it was, 2 or 3 years. I just can't stop laughing when I look at Scott.
And he's bouncing around too.
But it was a lot of fun. It was really cool, especially in development and pre-production. And throughout shooting, it was super hectic. But obviously, when you're filming with people every day for 12 or 15-hour days, or in my case, 3 hours when I'd show up, you become like a family, And so, if you have a wrap party later, which we did, it almost feels like a little family reunion, but without the awkwardness, So that's kind of the feeling. The overall feeling was like a big extended family, Scott, Morgan, myself, Manu, our second AD, Vinny, and our AD, Tim. Especially during pre-production, we felt like a little tightly knit family, and I'm sure Scott and Morgan agree with that. And then when we start actually filming, the however many days it was, then it just becomes a more extended family. And we have fun, and some people you see every day, some people you just see for 1 day, like Hana, who was amazing. I think she even came to visit a second day just because we missed her, and she's gracious with her time. And David was one of those people that was there nearly every day, and so he was just the wind beneath my wings personally. And so all around, I would say that I liked it.
Right. That's well put. Hey, thanks, man. I like hearing that story. Or that telling. Morgan, how about you next?
The process of making the film? That's the first question, correct?
Oh, sorry.
Or
how was the whole experience for you overall in making the film?
It was great. I loved it, and I feel really lucky to be able to have made it, and it was something that Scott and I had aforementioned been working on for a while. And I think we both kind of knew that it was going to happen, but we didn't quite know how it was going to happen. Mm-hmm. And so we pursued a lot of different routes, and people had mentioned the Kickstarter to us several times, and we didn't really necessarily want to go that way because we both have tons of friends who had Kickstarters, and that's great, it's fine, but we could see, if you don't set up your ducks right, then it's not going to happen. Mm-hmm. And we just weren't sure about that and what that would mean if it didn't happen. And then we got this great opportunity to shoot at Space Command, and we met Ryan, and Ryan came on and really helped us with the Kickstarter. And that Kickstarter enabled us to be able to do this film. So thank you to you, because I know you donated, and to everyone else, because this film is literally because of all of you, and I don't think it would have happened otherwise. But it was a great process. I mean, it's an amazing thing making a film, and it's one of my most favorite things in the entire world. So I'm just really grateful I was able to do it. And I was trying to think of a really good story, and of course thought of a couple, but looking back, so Ryan had mentioned our first AD, and his name's Tim, and he's great, and I just remember, so there's definitely some dark moments in the film, and in between shooting, Tim would occasionally crack a joke, like a really awkward, weird joke, and no one would laugh, and then there'd be this awkward moment of silence, and then we'd shoot, and it just kept happening, and I could tell that it was kind of breaking him inside, but he kept doing it, because I thought it was funny, but no one else was laughing, and anyway, just because everyone was so, like, concentrated on what they were doing and fixing the lights, and he'd make this really goofy joke. It was so out of place. It was great. It was really funny. So,
for the record, Morgan is an excellent audience member. If somebody cracks her up, she's gonna hook it up. She's gonna laugh.
If it's good, I'll laugh. Definitely.
Mm-hmm.
So, Hana, how was your fifth passenger experience?
Wow, it was absolutely amazing. I was only there to shoot for a day, but I did go back to visit because it was so much fun, and I wanted to hang out with everyone. And it was really good being back on set, though. It had been so long since I had been, about 16 years, and it was crazy how naturally it came. It's almost like, riding a bicycle or driving a car. You don't do it for so long, but once you get back into it, it's there and you have it. So it was really, really great. Everyone was super nice, and it made it that much easier to get back in. So I had a really, really good time.
Quick question. How long did you play Molly?
I played Molly for, I believe, 8 years.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
I didn't
started, when I was 4. It was 6 or 8 years. I can't remember. But I started when I was 4. 6 and okay, so see, Ryan knows better than I do. I was so little. You probably do. I don't know. I was so young. But yeah, it was a long time. I mean, it wasn't like I was there every day. It was only a couple episodes a year, but it was still a lot
no doubt.
for me for being so young. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, and honestly, I always loved Molly anyway. I think everybody did,
Oh, thanks.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
David, what was your fifth passenger experience like?
Fifth passenger was incredible, from start to finish. As soon as I found out that I got the part, I knew I was in for a treat, just because it was a cool role. And when I first met Gotti and Morgan, I could just tell they were, just great people. And they really did a nice job to make me feel welcome. And we had a great energy on the set. And I think it started because we had such good personalities there, and everyone was working hard. And I think we all knew that we were making something really cool, from day one. And I think that keep our energy up, and because we've been through really long shootings, and of course we encountered some difficulties set, but I think that's what kind of pushed us through. So it was amazing because I was a lot newer. I was kind of the newbie on set.
Are you going to be here very long? I just got to run up and grab something. Are you going to be here very long?
We go like destination.
Oh, okay, great.
Getting off the shuttle?
Yeah. All right,
Getting
go
off
for
the
it.
shuttle.
Woo!
Is it my turn?
Almost.
Okay.
Am I fun?
David was still going.
All right, go for it, David.
It was really amazing for me because I had to watch and learn from guys like Armin Shimmerman and Timm Russ and Manu and Morgan, to watch some really talented people behind the camera, me and Iwana Basile, our DP. So it was all a fun a learning experience for me, and it was my first major role in a feature film.
Okay.
So I was like a kid in a candy store.
Yeah, that's pretty exciting.
To work every day, and I think my favorite part was kind of in between takes, because we had a lot of downtime, like on any movie set, and I kind of pick Timm Russ's brain and Armin's brain. They were kind enough to talk to me. They give me all kinds of advice about acting and life, and Armin. I would always come up to Armin and ask him, what about for me today? He would share with like a kind of a story, everything, and he's got a million of them, from how he got the role on Star Trek to he teaches us about Shakespeare in the park in like I think North Hollywood.
Wow.
Yeah.
But just to watch and learn from them, and these guys are right. We were all kind of became a family, so it was just a really fun experience. And to this day, like seeing that teaser come out last night and kind of seeing all of the hard work coming together like that, it's unbelievable. So
sounds like a lot of that Star Trek family kind of sense carried over into Fifth Passenger.
Yeah.
Scott, your turn, dude. How it must have been like for you the biggest amazing frustration and elation experience making Fifth Passenger.
How much is this?
No, he's busy, it looks like. He's gone again.
Yeah,
that's
he's
our
probably
director.
That's
I think it's just because he entered an elevator, but once he gets in his room.
All right. Well, we can get back and carry on.
Wait, he's back. It's kind of like there's an action film within this like interview.
I know.
You know?
I keep hearing everything in the background.
Yeah, it's pretty thrilling.
Okay.
Is this going to the medical center or back to the convention?
Somebody should have told Scott ahead of time that we were doing this meeting or this interview.
Yeah.
If he had had time to prepare,
Hold on, Is the mic done yet, or is David still talking?
No, it's your turn.
Yeah, on me?
Yeah. Yeah, okay.
Okay. All right, well, let's do this. Sorry if it's going to cut it out. This is the adventure. That's my life here.
No, actually, I'm going to leave that part in.
Oh, okay. So...
You want me to ask again?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so for you, being at the helm, what was the Fifth Passenger experience like for you?
Geez, it's so many different things. Like I said earlier, it was a long process just getting to where we were at. That by the time we gotten the money from Kickstarter and it looked like the project was going to happen, there was a bit of the surreal stuff going on in my mind, and then there was the sort of panic of, okay, we got a million things to do if we're gonna do this thing. So it was just really for me trying to focus on all the different little pieces that needed to be put together, and then how do you still tell the story that that we needed to tell, and it just kind of becomes a whirlwind where I was making little lists to myself. Oh, thank you. Great. Sorry about that. But I mean, it was great. I mean, I love being on set. I love telling stories. And it's one of these things where it's this great convergence between playing, but also working really hard on something, and the sort of professional aspect that goes along with being a filmmaker. And we're paying people to do a job, and so it's not just in your backyard playing with the camera. It's so much, it's so much more than that. And people are putting their trust in us by giving us their money and things like that. So it's just, it's constantly this like battle between all the hard work of the things that need to get done, and then the fun part of being a filmmaker. And we're on a spaceship, and people are wearing futuristic costumes and space, and all these great actors from Star Trek. And how can you not have fun when you're doing that, pretending that you're 150 years in the future and you're stuck in space? And it's definitely the experience of my life, is this journey of putting this film together. So
that's great.
And here I am in front of a hotel in Houston. So.
A huge con, absolutely huge con.
Yeah.
So now, like, you guys, speaking of cons and all this exciting stuff, the release of the trailer last night. What stage is the film in now?
So this is in our.
Oh, let's wait for David Scott to finish.
It's a pod.
You're in the wrong seat, though, man. You're not in the handicap seat.
Escape pod.
You didn't get a handicap spot?
Oh man.
Those guys are so mean to you.
Seriously.
I got AC though.
Compensation.
Wow, that's huge.
Okay, so the trailer was just released last night. Where's the film itself stand? Do you guys figure for a release date or any projections? Things people might like to know.
Well, right now we don't have an actual release date because of the way this film is coming to putting it together as we get the resources to put the film together. So, I've been kind of saying that it's this complicated two-step process. Step one, make a good, sell the film and get it out there for everybody to see. So we're still, pretty deep into step one.
Morgan, would you like to take over?
Yeah, that works.
Sure. So we're still pretty deep in step one, and we had originally thought that
along prints our editor.
Scott's been meeting with
And
Prince's
this is the
editor.
director, right?
Yeah.
How could we fail?
Prince, I got to see about 30 some odd minutes of it, and I was really, really excited. And a couple of weeks ago, Scott met with Prince again, and he saw 56 minutes of it, and Scott was just elated with how the footage is looking. And so it's being edited, and at the moment we're taking other meetings and looking for more finishing funds so we can complete the film. And originally we had thought by the end of this year, but it just depends on how things happen. And so if it's not by the end of this year, it will be the beginning of next year. But then, of course, that means that the movie's completed, and then we have to find the best way to distribute this film, whatever that means. And if that's the Sci-Fi Channel, if that's VOD, if that's all of it, if that's, some sort of small theatrical release, or we don't know what that looks like. I just know that Scott and I have been doing a lot of research for our entire lives, and we know that we're just going to try to get the best absolute deal for this film. And of course it will be available in Germany and England and, everywhere we can get it, we will. But, those places are no-brainers, Australia, Canada. So that's our plan with it. And Scott and I have been taking some meetings. We've been meeting with some people. They're all very positive, and now we just have to keep pressing forward and moving forward with this. It was so interesting too, because the way it worked out with the Kickstarter, and then we filmed it almost of a lull. So, I don't know, every film is different, and sometimes, what's so interesting about Hollywood and the way of making films, there's just no one way to make something. There's a myriad of ways. I have friends who made films on weekends for 3 years, you know, and then it's done. And then sometimes films happen in 9 days, and then they get edited in a month, and then they're out there. And it's just, everyone has a different process. And for this particular film, because there are so many visual effects shots, and we want to make sure those look correct and amazing and everyone be impressed and excited about it, we have to make sure that we do that right. And that's the part that I think will take some time. So that's where we are. I'm sorry it's not more of a concrete, like January 5th, 2016.
Heard it here first, good. January 5th, 2016.
So you said you're still looking for some funding. You're going to be needing funding. Is your Kickstarter campaign still actively taking contributions? Or do you have a different one set up, or what's the deal with that?
Well, we haven't officially launched any crowdfunding campaign yet. It's been kind of an idea tossed around. We don't know yet. As I mentioned, Scott and I have been meeting with some people, and Scott's been talking to some people, and so we're not sure yet. Yeah. But if it happens, I'll let you know, and we'll do another podcast.
It sounds good to me, man, for sure. Now,
we do have on our main.
What he's going to say is
on our main fitpassenger.com. You want me to say it?
We have a place for you to donate on our website, if which we have had happen. Like, some fans have emailed us and said, "Oh, I'm so sorry, I missed the campaign. Can I still donate to this and get some of the perks?" So there's a place on our website where you can do that.
Oh, great. That's fantastic.
I think it's, if you on the main page, fifthpassenger.com, you'll see a donate tab, and it will take you there and tell you what that's all about. So, and people have done that, and it's cool, because then you get to bring even more people in and bring people into the Facebook group and get people excited and involved and help us make this happen. So.
By the way, people all... Okay, so now let's move on. Oh, actually, Ryan, there was one thing I definitely wanted to ask you about.
Yes.
It's a little off topic of Fifth Passenger, but you're also involved in Renegades, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, could you tell me a bit about that? Because I really wasn't aware of that before.
What you Star do. Trek Renegades, the project itself, or my involvement, or how
Your
fun
involvement.
It was? Or... Well, when I came on initially, it was actually kind of my first crew position on something so big. So I worked with the makeup and effects department with continuity. And really, being in the makeup department, even if you don't know anything about it, which I don't, it's really cool, because the truth is that that's where the actors spend most of their time, unless they're actually on set, especially in a sci-fi thing, when they're aliens getting into makeup for like 6 hours, you know. So you can really get to know people, and I found it illuminating and fun and interesting. And since they're there for so many hours, what I enjoyed doing, and obviously what helped them out, was I was the guy that was always running lines with them, because if you want to help out a production in a way that, most people don't realize, come up to an actor that's sitting in the makeup chair for 3 hours and say, "Hey, do you need to run lines?" And they will say, "Oh my God, yes." Almost always, they need to learn their lines for that day, and they're sitting there and they're for them, or they're trying to remember them from 4:30 this morning, and you help them out, you help out the production. It's fun to do, especially because I'm also an actor, so it's fun for me to read the other person's lines, or even help out the actor. A lot of the actors would just ask my advice on what I should do, or some of them didn't know anything about Star Trek, so they'd be saying the lines wrong to somebody that knows Star Trek. And so I would very politely say, "By the way, these things that you've never heard of, that your character's talking about, they're actually bad people." So
Ryan's kind of like
no, I don't.
A Star Trek dictionary. You can go to him, and he can chronologically tell you everything that's happened.
So that would help them. That would help them a lot, and the production a lot, because they'd be talking about these evil whatever and talking about them like praisingly. I'm like, that's your hint that your character is actually a bad person, not a good person. So, you know, they would totally turn around and do it in a different way. So really it was a lot of fun, and I got to help in a lot of ways that I didn't sign on for. I initially just kind of signed on to help out with makeup continuity and talent wrangling and stuff like that, but I ended up doing a lot more, and that's why my involvement now with Sky Conway, who is the executive producer of Renegades, and Frank Zanka, who's the line producer of Renegades, my involvement with them has grown to now where the three of us are kind of working together on the future project. So it was a lot of fun, and it enabled a lot of growth for me professionally in a direction I wasn't planning on.
Wow. That sounds way cool. I mean, for a Trekkie, what a dream, man.
Yeah, and it opened the door for way too many independent Star Trek films than I can count now.
I imagine, right? Now, as we can see, Scott's there at the con, which brings me to my next point. You guys are on the convention circuit right now, so would you like to tell us a bit about the upcoming dates and which of you are going to be at those particular dates?
Well, I'm going to be here for the rest of the weekend in Houston, and I'm not going to be there, but I know Manu Intiraymi is going to be there, and I don't know about Timm Russ if he's going to be there. But then the week after that is Vegas, the big Star Trek Mamma Jamma, and I'm going to be there. Tim's going to be there. Manu's going to be there. Ryan's going to be there. I don't know who else is going to be there. Hana, we're gonna swing by San Francisco and kidnap her and drag her there.
I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that.
Yeah. So I don't know who else. Armin will probably be there.
You will.
Marina's going to be there.
Great.
Yeah. So, if you guys are up, I'm going to walk straight through the den of the beast here through the convention hall and give you.
Yeah, I got the point.
Guys, a POV. So
cool.
This is going to happen right now. All right.
Whether you like it or not.
I feel like we've been on this behind-the-scenes tour of Scott's day at Comic-Con.
Yeah.
It's I don't know what's going on here. Some sort of Assassin's Creed thing.
I played Black Flag and I loved that one. I got addicted to Black.
Alright, here we go. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. I can, there's an HP machine.
Yeah, always useful.
That's an amazing costume.
See the Ranger.
It's like, give me your money. Give me your credit card.
I feel like we're actually at the convention. This is so powerful.
Centaur. Check this guy out.
After a few beers.
This is the winner of
Oh my God.
the convention right here.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Hey.
Cyclops. Here's the Star Trek
Being
guys.
a
Belly
centaur.
looks real.
Yeah, that was a big centaur.
What?
Another ATM machine.
Yeah, this year I actually read that there are a lot of people going as ATM machines and coffee cups. Those are like the two big things. Last year was Walking Dead.
Oh yeah. Yeah, this year's the ATM.
Doctor Who.
Now, speaking of cons though, Ryan and Hana, you guys are going to be in Modesto in October, right? Modesto, California.
Yes, we are.
Yeah,
For the
that's
Steamhouse Con.
Steamhouse Con, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be great.
I'm trying to remember this.
The first time.
Turlock. I think it's in Turlock.
Is it Turlock?
Which is very near Modesto.
Very near. Okay. It was a little confusing when I looked it up. Actually, one listing was Turlock. The
Oh, okay.
Maybe it's on like the border.
whole lot of Axanar people there too at the Steamhouse Con. And distraction.
And if you want to know more about Star Trek, you should be Axanar expert Hana.
Oh, really?
What?
Axanar
This is a lie.
Yeah, I'm really, really looking forward to that. Prelude was so, like, jaw-dropping.
Are you going to go to that convention?
Yeah, I'm going to see you guys there for sure. Absolutely planning on it.
That's great.
Yeah, I'm going to make a day of it. I'm going to have all the cameras, batteries fully charged.
Well, then I'm definitely...
Only if your batteries are charged.
Scott's going to be there. That's right.
Yeah, I'll be there. I'm there. Yeah, I'll be there.
What about you, David? You going to be at any cons?
I can't pass up an opportunity to go to Turlock.
What about you, David? You going to be at any cons? Appearing at any cons?
No, to be honest, I've never been to a con.
Really? They need to change that. Now that you're in fifth passenger, you have to be put on a con.
Yeah,
I've got to go to Turlock, David. Go to Turlock with us, dude.
Yeah.
David, come.
Yeah, I would love. I actually like to San Diego for like 8 years. I never once went to con.
Really?
Oh, wow.
One day. I always said if I went, I'd have sort of a project going on. So,
Yeah. Well,
that's really why you said yes to us, right, David? Because you knew we were going to be bringing this film to conventions, and right?
This was kind of like project was kind of like an introduction to the Star Trek family. All of these have previous ties, so maybe Turlock's a great city, right?
Right?
Lots to do.
Yeah, come on up, man. We'll all have a day of it. And, like, on the off time, have a pizza or something.
I love pizza.
Oh, yeah. Okay, and, what do we have going on here?
As far as those conventions go, I think that's for this year, but we've all discussed, our team has discussed, once the film's released, we hope to take it to more conventions and show it to all of our fans and meet people, and so that's definitely on our plate. We're planning on having that happen. I personally, before we start booking all these places and going there, we wanted to have the film finished first.
Right.
If that makes sense.
Yeah. There's a point for it to be a great way to promote and make contact with the fans, but you don't want to overdo it until the film is released.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. Well.
So, and then David's going to come with us to all those, so he's going to get conned out.
I can't wait.
That's a bright future.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys.
The pragmatist.
Someone's got to play that role.
Yeah. Someone's got to be the Vulcan.
Yeah.
Okay, well, looks like Scott finished his tour here.
Yeah.
You did? Yeah.
I think I'm in a relatively quiet yet good zone for getting for talking. So if you have any questions while things are good here for me.
Well, things are good. Oh, we just lost David.
David's like, forget it, then I'm out of here. Oh, it's Scott's time. I'm gone.
Oh, man. Here he comes. Well, while he's trying to get back in, I can just go around with this question. And I'll start with Morgan. What was it like working with these huge Trek actors like Timm and Armin and Marina?
It was incredible. I grew up watching The Next Generation. My mom like loves that show, so we would watch it all the time. And so I was fairly familiar with Marina Sirtis as Counselor Deanna Troi, of course, but Marina Sirtis nonetheless. I had met Timm when we did the teaser trailer, the original
Mm-hmm.
one. Great and interesting, and it was fascinating watching his process as an actor and watching him work as an actor, and definitely I got an education there. And then, I mean, the thing is like not only are they these iconic characters from the Star Trek world, but they're also these amazing actors, of course, and they're just really lovely people. Like David mentioned, Armin is full of like wisdom and stories and and just really wise. And Timm is too, but then Timm can be very funny and silly and make jokes, and he has this like big booming laugh that I just love. And Marina Sirtis is like crazy. She has this great sense of humor, and she was making all of us laugh. And yeah, she's super saucy pants. And I loved working with her because and she also on the industry and just she told me some stories about just the industry and the way she maneuvered the industry sometimes, and I just really respect these things that she said. So it was great. I mean, it was amazing, and I was so grateful they said yes, and we were also lucky that they came on board and they believed in the script and they liked the script enough to show up and be a part of it. It was really an honor. So I loved it. And then Hana, of course, because I remember Hana too. That was like, and then to meet her, it was great. And I've mentioned this before on a podcast, but it was so exciting to have Hana on board. And what was amazing was this outpour of love for Hana. Like we mentioned Hana was coming on board, and we posted this thing on Facebook about it. People just went nuts. They just were so excited, and this.
Yeah.
You know, and
like
you know, in a way they are
millions of families, you know.
Yeah, and they just loved her so much, and you could like feel that radiating out of the computer, and so it was really, really neat. It's always amazing working with professionals and experts, and that's part of one of my things that I like so much, and I hope to do this again, and that you can bring more of these people on, because it's just one of the best things in the world working with these type of people.
Amazing. You guys have quite a project. I'm really looking forward to seeing the finished film that obviously so much hard work and love has gone into, and so much talent. This is one of those projects. To me, I think you only see them. It's just been enthralling since I heard about it, and a lot of people feel the same way. So.
Thank you so much. I mean, like I said, that it wouldn't be happening if it wasn't for you and these other people who believe in it and they want to see it. And, so many people have ideas for films, but it's really, the supporters who make it happen at this stage, in the way the industry is right now. And if you weren't there, I would still be sitting in my living room at my laptop typing away at something else, or, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you guys bring it to life. Oh, now we have 2 Davids.
Yeah, I was just.
This is awesome.
One's enough.
Wait, what?
There we go.
David's clone showed up. Get back to cleaning.
Look, well, I want to go ahead and say thank you guys for. In a minute, I'm going to tell you thank you. David, come on in. There he is.
I'm back.
All right, cool.
Can you continue, Morgan?
Okay.
I'm finished.
Finished. Yeah, we've covered a lot while you were gone. Okay, but before we go then, and now you're back on, I'm going to ask you pretty much what I asked Morgan, and you've told us a bit about it already, but how was it for you working with those great Trek actors?
For me? Unbelievable. Yeah, I think just as actors and just people in general, they're just so generous with their wisdom and experience, and it's a dream as a newer actor to work with guys like this, because you want to have the career that in some sense that had, and admired, just their abilities and their talents so much. So to just see them and be in there with them, and time with them outside of filming, it just get to know them as people is just amazing. So the whole experience was for me when it ended. It was kind of the weeks that I was on, and I really miss a lot. It was a joy to be able to work every day, and see guys. So
yeah, oh, that's great. Wow, that kind of brings a tear to your eye, actually. That's awfully nice, man. That was great.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, actually, on that really nice note, just because of some time constraints we have, I am going to sign us off. And I want to say thanks to all of you so much, for accepting the invite and being on the show.
We were kind of surprised with
It surprises sometimes. So I'm going to go ahead and say thanks, and we will see you again for sure. If you want to be on, I'd love to have you back on.
Sure.
All right.
Thank you for having us.
Oh,
it's a pleasure being here.
Pleasure.
It's been so much fun for me. Thanks, guys. So live long and prosper, everybody. Put them up there, Ryan, Morgan. There we go. All right. Cool.
That's
All right.
Fifth Passenger.
Hey, all right, everybody, do that one.
Yay!
Hang on, do it again. I'm going to do a screenshot of it.
You're gonna
Really? Okay.
Okay. Cool.
You ready?
What are you? Oh.
Scott, you up there?
Cool. Right on. Awesome.
Good seeing you guys.
Yeah, I want to see that.
Good seeing you too.
Well, look, talk to you all later, and to those of you watching, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time, and goodbye. Live long and prosper.
Bye.
Live long and passenger.
There you go.
You're on a roll.
Okay, you guys are ready?
Oh yeah.
All right.